Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Daily Motion. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Monday, January 26, 2015, around 7:06 in the morning in Belleville, Massachusetts. Sun's trying to come out, but we won't be seeing too much of the sun today, only about 8 degrees so far. Today, it goes downhill with the weather because the snow starts ramping up around 4 p.m. and by like the evening time around 9, then we'll get into the heavy duty snow and wind. It's going to be a blizzard out there. Could be up to 36 inches in some spots in eastern New England, and the blizzard warning is going to stretch from the Canadian border in down East Maine to the Jersey Shore. This is a very big and powerful storm. Stay home if you have to. And in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if many states tell people to stay off the road completely, stay at home, unless if they're emergency personnel like police officers, EMTs, fire department, news people, and snowplows. Some news to report: the Golden State Warriors beat the Boston Celtics by the score of 114-111 last night. And in the NFL Pro Bowl, the Team Irvin beat Team Carter by the score of 31-28. It was kind of an exciting Pro Bowl. It wasn't not too offensive than in years past, but they still don't play defense in these games. And it's Happy National Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day, and Roman Reigns won the 2015 WWE Royal Rumble matchup. He's guaranteed a title shot at the WWE Champion at WrestleMania 31, which will be at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California, in March 29th. And he'll probably going to wrestle Brock Lesnar. And that's about it on that. My first subject of the day is about why the NBA should consider having fantasy teams for the All-Star Game. The All-Star Game for the NBA is Eastern Conference versus Western Conference, which is pretty good. They've been doing that since the All-Star Game was started back in the mid-50s, and there's a lot of scoring, offensive stuff. They don't play defense in the All-Star Games, and the All-Star Game is very exciting. But to make it even more exciting, they should have a fantasy team for NBA All-Stars. They still could have the Eastern Conference versus Western Conference starting lineups voted by the fans, but have those players plus 7 other from the Eastern Conference and Western Conference as reserves, and have 24 players, and a couple of nights before the All-Star Game have a fantasy type draft, and have the top vote getter from each conference, Eastern Conference and Western Conference, have them being the team captain. This year's top vote getter in the Eastern Conference was LeBron James, and the top Western Conference was Stephen Curry. So, for example, the team would be Team Curry versus Team James, and they could draft the remaining 22 players who are selected for the All-Star Game, and you could have awesome fantasy matchups for this All-Star Game. You could have LeBron James and Kevin Durant on one team, or you could have Stephen Curry and Dwayne Wade, or Chris Bosh, for example. It would make an interesting All-Star Game if they did that, having fantasy teams. That would make the NBA All-Star Game exciting. They do that in the NHL, have fantasy teams, and for the All-Star Game, which is pretty successful, and they do that for the NFL Pro Bowl. You won't see that in Major League Baseball because they have home field advantage. Whoever wins the All-Star Games gets home field advantage for the league. But an NBA fantasy All-Star team for the All-Star Game would be pretty exciting, and it would be awesome. It would be like having real dream teams play play against one another. It would be outstanding, amazing. I think they should really consider doing that in the next few years. It just would be perfect to do that, in my opinion. And that's about it on that. I will be back later on today with 2 more video blogs, and the one I'll be talking about later on today will be about the former faction in WWE from 1996 through 1998, the Nation of Domination, and the last one will be about the former NFL quarterback and Hall of Fame quarterback and the president of the Broncos, vice president of the Broncos football operations and general manager, John Elway. And there'll be more video blogs tomorrow and the next day. Hopefully I don't lose power during this storm. See you later, Facebook friends, YouTube followers, Daily Motion followers, and Twitter followers. Bye now.